stages, and we've been oversubscribed at every stage, which is exciting. And luckily there's a CEO of the company who's far better than me at having those conversations and understanding, because I think one of the things with raising capital, especially if you're raising from, formal investors, is you really have to understand them.
True.
Like, what is it they're looking for, and does that match you and your vision? Because I don't think that you should design your company based on what the investor wants. You have to have your vision, your dream, your plan, and then find the investor who aligns with that.
Interesting.
As opposed to, because otherwise you'll be like moving from and some people are I'm not a good salesperson. Like if Vivo had required me to be the one standing at the store dealing with customers, we wouldn't be where we are.
No, that doesn't fit you.
I'm like,
you mentioned something that you've raised capital for your pre-seed. I know in terms of raising money, there are different, stages and phases towards it. Maybe you can just break it down for the viewers, especially because you've already had an experience out of it. I know there's Series A, Series B.
Yeah.
There's so many different particular terms that come out of it. Just break it down.
And again, I mean, I'm not the expert.
I know.
But from my experience I used to think it starts at seed. Now I understand there's something like pre-seed. And there are also very many different sort of frameworks or agreements that can be in place. So we've used something called a SAFE, which is security against future earnings, which means that you don't have to necessarily lock down a valuation per se, and you don't even have to formalize like share transfers and stuff like that until you do what's called a priced round, which may come at seed or it may come at Series A. So it would be typically it's pre-seed, then seed, then Series A, B, C, D. The size, the ticket size, the maturity of the business needs to keep growing from every stage to the next stage. The type of investors that would appeal to you. So there are a lot of investors who only fund at certain stages. So many of the investors who do smaller ticket sizes, take multiple risks with very many companies would be your early stage, would do a lot of pre-seed and seed. And those ones will spend a lot less time on due diligence. It's normally at a time where your business is just starting. Maybe it doesn't even have a product yet. It may just have an idea. I think for Shopzetu, one of the reasons that we haven't found it that difficult is because we'd already had product, we have customers, we've been doing orders, we're already generating income, so people had a lot they could see. I think
raised for Shopzetu, raised it locally or internationally?
A bit of both, and we I'd say about half local, half international. The further down you get and the larger the ticket sizes, the much longer those deals take to structure, the much more intense the due diligence will be. Then you have to like hire really good lawyers to be, to make sure that every
fine detail.
And at that point you're really having to be much clearer about your exit strategy. When are you going to get to profitability? And I think also, depending on the sort of investor ecosystem or the sort of economy and things like that, right now, investors are much more keen to understand your path to profitability. Whereas there are years where that wasn't, it was just how quickly can you grow?
True.
And now that conversation is shifting. It's like, and then maybe there'll be a phase that the growth story will come back. But right now it's like, how, show us.
Where's the money?
When will you get